Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Prompt Engineer, and today I have some exciting news to share with you. Have you ever wanted to harness the power of language models without compromising your data privacy? Well, I have great news for you. Introducing privateGPT, the revolutionary open source project that's taking the world by storm. With over 16,000 stars on GitHub, privateGPT is changing the game for privacy conscious individuals and organizations. So what is privateGPT after all? It's all in the name. privateGPT allows you to run a large language models right here, locally, in your own machine or laptop. You don't need to worry about your data leaving your organization or even your execution environment ever again. With privateGPT, you can ask questions to your documents, leveraging the power of large language models, all while keeping your information 100% private. It's like having your own personal AI assistant without any external companies involved. So in today's video, I will guide you through the quick and easy installation process so you can start asking questions to your own documents in just under a few minutes. We'll create local embeddings, store the results in a vector database, and send queries to your models. Don't worry, it may sound complex, but it's actually a breeze. Get ready for this exciting journey as we explore the endless possibilities of privateGPT, say goodbye to data privacy concerns, and hello to secure private conversations with your documents. Now you are in control. Let's get started. Assign a folder where I'm going to work. So I've assigned this folder. Well, I will be dumping everything. So let's copy this folder, head on to Visual Studio Code, click on File, click on Open Folder, and select the folder. Now we are going to work in this folder, which is a private agent folder, number 43. Go to Terminal, open a new terminal, then go to the GitHub page, privateGPT. So I will put in a link for this page in the description. Now this is the GitHub repository for the privateGPT. Interact privately with your documents using the power of GPT, 100% privacy, no data leakage. About 16.7k stars, 165 watching. privateGPT. Ask questions to your documents without an internet connection using the power of LLMs. 100% private, no data leaves your organization at any point of time. You can ingest documents and ask questions without an internet connection. It is built with LangChain. If you want to learn more about LangChain, I have many videos going through LangChain, and here are some of the videos. I will put the links in the description for you to go through the videos. Let's copy the code. So we click on the code, click on copy, go to Visual Studio, and then write git clone and put in the link. Press enter. So it has cloned the entire repository to your location here. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to install all the requirements. So we're going to copy this, pip install requirements. Let's see what are the requirements. These are the requirements: LangChain, PyGPT for all, Chroma DB, LlamaCpp Python, URL lib3, PDF miner.6, Python.env, unstructured, extract message, tabulate, pandoc binary. So you can just paste it here, pip install -r requirements.txt, click enter, and you're just going to have to change our folder. We're going to go inside privateGPT. So we are inside here now, privateGPT, click enter, and now let's try to install. It is collecting everything and it's installing the requirements. Now while it is installing the requirements, let's go back and see the next step. The next step is that you're going to have to rename the example.environment to .env. So we go to this location, rename this to .env. And inside the env, we see that there are different variables which are declared inside the .env. The persist directory is the database directory, and a db folder will be created automatically when you run the code later. The model type is GPT for all. The llama embedding models has to be put inside the models folder. So we are going to create a new folder here. We're going to have to create a new folder in this location because we're going to have to put the models there. So inside these models, we are going to download two things. So in the meantime, our installation is complete here. And for this models, we are going to go back to the GitHub page, and then we can see these two models. So the first one is this, And the next one is this. You're going to download the models and put it in this model. So we have these two models here, and the .env is going to use the models and ggml model here, q4_0, and it is going to use the GPT for all model, this model v13 groovy.bin. Next step, we are going to enter the dataset. So inside the repository, you already have the dataset. So these are the source documents which you'll be running. You can put your own source documents, but in this example, we're going to put the state of the union.txt here. This is a very long document, and we are going to use large language models to send queries regarding this document. We can put in any other documents as required. Now let's run this. I think it's time to run. So for running, we can go to python.ingest.py. So what will this do? This will create a DB folder containing the local vector store. It will take time depending on the size of documents, but if you want to start afresh, you can delete the DB folder. So let's go and run this. Python ingest.py, click enter, and then it is going to load the models. It's using the ggml, and it is loading up the model. It is preparing the model for our use. So let's wait for some time. Now the python ingest.py is completed. So this has created a new DB here, DB folder. Let's look at the folder. So this is the DB folder that has been created by the system, and this is the runtime, and this is completed. Next, we can send queries to the model now. So we can type python privateGPT.py. So when we type this and enter, it uses the models that has been generated and stored in B. It loads up the model here, and it loads up the other model. Then it asks for a prompt here, enter a query. So I entered why was the network created. So it starts running, and then it gave me the answer. The NATO alliance was created to secure peace and stability in Europe after World War II. Question: the answer. The NATO alliance was created to secure peace and stability in Europe after World War II. Notice I spelled it wrong. It should have been Y, but still it was able to give me the answer. Now these are the sources: the State of the Union text, and this is source 2, the State of the Union text, and this is source 3, source 4. So it has given us different sources, different references that answers our particular query. And then I asked another query, mention 5 ways to fight inflation. So it is running, and in this way you can run the model for yourself. And in this case, I have switched off my internet connection. So even without internet connection in an offline system, once you train the model, you can use the offline system locally, so that you don't have to send your data to any other organization. So having said that, this is the end of the video. That's it. Like and share this video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel for more such interesting contents. Until then, next time, signing up. This is Prompt Engineer. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.